PCR test and do not have access
So guys, I'm
to rapid
recording
antigen
the
test, you should assume that you have
CP24.
COVID-19.
Too bad I didn't record about 20 seconds ago. Doesn't matter what he's saying. Look how happy that guy is. His face is just so happy. And when he said the numbers of COVID is sky high, he gave a smile. Look at this face, guys.
I don't think anywhere in the world expected the transmissibility of Omicron.
Look how happy this guy, December 30th, guys. Look how happy the guy is. They're so excited. You know, my question in this event, when our government supposed to tell us that they're announcing this and they're announcing that, so who are the servants? The government to us. So looks like we are the slaves and they are the slave masters. Right? Looks like, guys, they're slave masters and we are their slaves. They're supposed to be our servants. If you're not happy with the current government or whatever, we're supposed to say N-O, no, enough is enough. Yet we follow every BS that they tell us, the clowns are telling us. You know what I mean? Yet those are hierarchy. They still have their meetings. They still have their private jets flying to hot places, like what, Caribbean islands and stuff like that. Like, we know our favorite guy who ruling our country and who is in charge. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take the volume down. So anyway, guys, you see another guy, he's very happy. He talks about sky high numbers. So that's the whole idea behind all this political / global pandemic, scandemic, schizophrenia-demic, whatever, banana virus, cuckoo codes, cuckoo codes, right? Those people who are announcing you that stuff, look at their faces. They're not sad, they're excited because they're getting bonuses for promoting this BS for seconds. Soon it'll be like, what? We're gonna go in the third year of this BS. Look at this. Now, who are checking those numbers? How do you know those numbers are right? How you guys know that? Tell me. I don't know that. You know? You don't know that. You know, and it's priority. Like, people, there's a guy, I think in the States, he said that people are dying from tuberculosis. People are dying, like millions of people dying every year, yet nobody talks about pandemic of tuberculosis. People are dying from cancer. Who talks about cancer, guys? People are dying from diabetes. They're dying from medical mistakes, from doctors' mistakes. Women get their breast removed. They said they have a breast cancer and they have no cancer. Those are real cases, guys. Yet we're talking about some bogus ficus virus, you know. Jeez, guys, wake up, guys. Brush your head, take the macaroni pasta off your ears. Enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. The teenager suicidal rate are rocket high. Nobody talks about that. The teenagers using drugs and alcohol and abusing it, rocket high. Who talks about that? The domestic violence, rocket high. Parents are killing children. Children are killing each other like teenagers. The shooting, the stabbing. Look at that. Yet they lay down cops. They don't let cops work if they're not double faxed. You know what I mean? If they're not double fax jobbed with this macaroni pasta virus. You freaking imagine that, right? The people who are supposed to, you know, take care of our safety, they laid off because they're against this global satanic segregation called effort economic revolution. That's all it is, guys. That's all behind that. Behind that, it's a you know, military program to see how many people vulnerably will agree with that, how people will bow to their, you know, goat's feet, how many people will believe their lies non-stop. It's been, guys, 2 years. We still believe in this BS? Seriously? You know, people can still beat tuberculosis. I mean, like, not people, but I mean, medical care. It's still a thing in many, many countries, right? Yet there's no vaccine for TB. You know, and yet they developed this vaccine against some very dangerous virus. Think about this poor girl, how much air she is getting and how much she's suffocating and, you know, inhaling her body fluid, fluids and toxins from the exhale. Imagine how many kids are suffering this antisocial distancing. Imagine that. Imagine your eyes, your skin, your pores in your skin are all open, right? Masks not working, guys, unless you have to put the hazmat suit with air tank at your back, like they do firefighters when they go to the toxic environment, that the biohazard, and when the people work in a highly radioactive environment, right? So all these numbers, all the stats are not making sense, guys. It's all globalist, you know, make up new order, right? I mean, look at the book. This guy had the nerve to write a book. It's called COVID-19 Great Reset. Yet people did not pay attention. It looked like it seriously looked like they wired majority of the population to some device to constantly fry their brains because their brains not working. Look at those numbers, new cases. How you know those numbers are right? From what butthole they were pulled? Huh? From the false positive freaking PC tests? Pussy tests? You know, they look like they came from pussy, not PC tests. Seriously. You know about over 80% of the freaking tests are false positive. You know, yet it's a fact that COVID-19 virus was never isolated, and no in China, no in Wuhan, nowhere. Based on what they developed vaccine. Vaccine takes up to 10 years to study and develop and to see side effects. Yet people like poor guinea pigs, they gave themselves up for the medical, you know, raping. Yet it's you have to show your cuckoo code like you are some kind of a banana or pineapple or potato or box of shoes. You have to have a cuckoo code or QR code. Imagine that, guys. You went down to a level of shoes or banana or potato, right? I remember a friend of mine long time ago. She's very, very biblical. She believes in Bible and she's very much like Russian Orthodox. And I remember I made my first biometrical passport, and she told me, don't you do it because they will track you down by this and that. They'll track you down. They will have all your DNA information, this information, fingerprint. Look at this. Newest phones, they won't open if you're not gonna do the face scan, face recognition, and the fingerprint, especially Apple. Look at this guy. He looks like a poor dog that the only thing he needs to be chained to this tree, and that's it. And hit on the head with a baseball bat to wake up. He need to be chained. Like talk like this is ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous stupidity people fell for. Right? All these pictures, all this whatever, it's all made up, guys. It's a huge global production made by globalists. Well, you know what? You have yourself a wonderful new year full of wonderful new things and full of fake stats and full of brainwashed crazy people. You know, continue keeping with this fake BS propaganda, guys. Have yourself a wonderful new year. And if you're not gonna wake up, this wonderful new year will become a new Nazi regime. You see people standing in lines to get themselves poisoned with some, oh my God. Oh, look, Quebec bringing back curfew. Like, who is in charge to tell me the level of my freedom and where I'm supposed to go and how I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to put over my face? Like, look at this, right? You know, all the stats, all these fake stats. And another thing, guys, I want to tell you that nobody talks about the biohazard boxes. I've been saying that since this BS started. If we have a deadly man, propaganda virus, why we don't have a biohazard boxes on each and every corner where people can drop their biohazardous masks full of body fluids, full of their snot and saliva and what's not, right? Yesterday I did an experiment. I think I'm gonna make a new video maybe tomorrow with the experiment. So what I did is, friend of mine gave me a lingerie looking mask. So it looks like made of some a very sexy lingerie full of frills. So holes are all over, right? So it's not a mask, it's a joke. It's more like a sex costume probably, right? To seduce somebody, covering your face, right? So anyway, out of a joke, I put it in one of the store. Cannot tell you the store name, but doesn't matter. Because that store is being known for not respecting any human rights. So every time I tried, they said, well, we're not gonna let you have to shop virtually. Imagine what you want and you tell us and we're gonna bring it. Imagine that. I have to imagine everything was in the store. So then, I have to be considered like a psych medium or something. Or I have to see through the store with like my x-ray eyes. But anyway, so first couple of times I was pissed, but I said I want this and that. I was buying something for my animals. Now the store is in Caledon, right? So the third time I went, so I was yesterday. So I did my experiment. I put this lingerie looking mask, look like literally like sexy underwear over my face, and I went in. And guess what? The amount of respect and smiles I got, it was just overwhelming, right? People are treating me so nice just because I have a lingerie over my face. Nobody even had an idea that the holes all over my lingerie mask let out all the toxins, all the saliva, all the body fluid, whatever. And nobody said a thing just because, I had the dress code. I followed the dress code. Something was over my face. Yes. It covered from nose to chin. Yes. Only my eyes. You can see. Yes. But nobody cared that it's completely see-through and it looks like a freaking lingerie. It's not a mask. It looks like a Halloween costume. Or, when you go on a masquerade and you dress up nicely and you put something super sexy over your face and you just to reveal just a little bit. That's how it looked. And people just so dumb as dumb. And I'm like, wow, it worked. But, in the 15 minutes I was in the store, I had a hard time to talk because, I don't wear a mask for medical reason. And guess what? The piece of this, the frills, the sexy lingerie was going into my mouth, hurting my lips. When I came out, I actually had an irritation on both of my corner of my lips. So I had to come home and cure it with vitamin E and Vaseline and all that stuff. I cannot imagine how people wear this for prolonged amount of time. And they wear worse than that. They don't wear lingerie. They wear super duper hard surface, some medical graded on N95 or whatever. N95, by the way, you can't even breathe. And literally, when I put one in to try, you cannot breathe because it smells like some very heavy chemically treated material. It smells like almost somebody put your head in a bucket of severely toxicated paint. I mean, toxic paint, not toxicated. Sorry, my English, right? I don't know, guys. I don't know when the people need to be hit with a hammer on the head, or I don't know, another million of people need to die as a side effect of vaccine. But the problem that the people do not buy the truth. I mean, you don't need to buy the truth. You just have to see it. It's right on your plate. You know what, guys, the biggest conspiracy theory these days? That there is no conspiracy theory. There is no conspiracy theory, guys. Conspiracy theory is that you being fooled. You guys being fooled. Right? That's it. All right? And all this stressing down people. They don't talk about how, you know, people are allowed to buy poison in a store, in a food store, in the food section, full of chemicals, full of additives that cause from cancer to diabetes to reproductive organ issues to kidney and liver failure, right? Look at the ingredients. Just read some of the boxes. You know, the amount of chemicals, the amount of GMO, the amount of carcinogens are in our food. It's okay, guys. It's for your greatest good. Just like this vax shit. It's for your greatest good, guys. Okay? All right, look how happy this guy. They all talking about number of people getting sick. And they're all so happy. Look at the happy faces they're announcing to us. Because they treat us like idiots. Like complete brainwashed dummies. You see? WestJet to cancel 15% of flights. People are not flying. Well, of course they're not flying. I don't want to fly. I don't want to get stuck somewhere in the box where they're going to tell me what to do, how to do, where to walk, where not to walk, or maybe they're just going to freaking jail me somewhere for, you know, for talking too much or for believing in my freedom. What freedom you talking about? We have a COVID here, no freedom. You know what I mean, guys? I don't know, guys. Happy New Year again. And if you're not gonna wake up this year, will not gonna be happy for no one, guys. Including the people who believe in this BS. I'm done here. So the reason I put the screen and I'm showing you this is just, this is a mess, guys. This is a mass production. Check who owns the CP24. Check who owns the CNN. Check who owns the biggest news production mainstream media. Check who owns them. Not government, guys. Corporations. Check whose names behind those. Corporations ruling the world. Not Mr. TT to-do. Not that guy. Not Mr. Biden. Not Mr. 44. None of those guys. You know, corporations ruling the world. Corporations creating this mass disastrous production. It's a production, guys. It's like making a good movie. When you watch a movie, sometimes you forget that you even sitting in a room. You feel like you inside this movie and you're getting scared because the vampire is almost like biting your head, or people with the guns, the shooting, and you're like, oh my god, or the lady get kidnapped and like, oh my god, you feel like that lady. It's called production. It's a good quality production, guys. So take it easy. Wake up, you know, and when you watch this movie called CP24, pay attention to details. Pay attention to people who telling you this so-called truth. Okay, because there is nothing but the lie after lie after lie. All right, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Full of the truth and no despair. Happy New Year. Wake the hell up. Happy New Year. Or we're gonna be all done. Sorry guys for my rhyme. Anyway, Happy New Year. Pfizer. You know, Pfizer made so much money in the last couple of years. So much money. If I knew, I would swear to God I would invest in the Pfizer. Yeah. See, now they're creating pills and they're going to Israel. I used to think that people in Israel are smart, but I guess they're the same dummies. Too bad.